Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. We are approaching to the first weekend of 2024. It's incredible how fast it goes. So today, my question is, how are you going along with your New Year resolution? I'm just reducing the background noise. Okay, so New Year resolution. This week, we tapped into the importance of reflection, especially reflection of the last year, clearing the year, and keeping on going with weekly, daily reflections and how it serves you. Then we talked about goal setting, how to get it in a way that it empowers you, inspires you, and keeps you motivated, and how to turn those goal settings into planning so that you can stay on course with your goals as you keep going on throughout the year. And today I'm going to tap into the New Year resolution topic because it's a big one for so many people. And I just see way too often that people are extremely excited, especially going to the gym, and it's just jam-packed right now, probably for 3 more weeks, and then it gets empty again. Similarly, with any other resolutions, we get so excited and pumped up in the beginning, and then somehow we just drop the ball. So I'd like to shed some light for you. Why is this happening, and how you can succeed with your resolutions, whatever it may be. Ready for it? So before I go there, if anyone don't know me yet, my name is Silvia Vitos. I'm a leadership well-being coach and consultant, working predominantly with corporate senior leaders and executives, helping them find that balance inside out so that they can live a happier and healthier life. And I do that by tapping into mindset, physical well-being, emotional intelligence, and spiritual well-being as well to round it all up. If any of you is curious to know how to work with me, send me a DM and we can definitely set up a call to explore that option. Now, back to New Year resolution. So let me start with a story. I'm not a big fan of New Year resolution from my personal side. I've done this only once in my life. Will tell you what was that and why. And it worked, however, incredibly well. What made it work well, and why I'm not setting New Year resolutions if that worked so well? So that New Year resolution happened 12 years ago, where I was actually just 2 years after I moved from my home country, Hungary, to Germany. And I was working in a very international environment where I really needed to focus on and sharpen my English. And I was nowhere with my German knowledge living in Germany at that time. So although I learned German in school, I just never used it. So when I moved to Germany when I was 26, then I was standing there, I didn't understand anything and I couldn't speak pretty much at all. And it happened to be in a friend's circle for New Year's time 12 years ago. It was just a probably coincidence timing where a couple of German friends started to talk with each other in German and I couldn't understand anything. And that just inspired me so heavily that I got to bring this back into life. That's where I decided to, okay, let's take it as a New Year resolution. And I just want to reach by the end of this year, it's been 2012 we are talking about, I wanted to reach by the end of that year that I can speak German, at least in the daily communication needs. And this firm decision and commitment was so strong that this result was achieved by mid-year already. So by June, I was leading conversations pretty much with ease in German and improved ever since, of course. So what made that New Year resolution work for me? The firm decision and the commitment are incredibly important keywords. And these words are also the reason why I'm not necessarily connecting any such decisions or ideas to New Year resolution, because it doesn't have to be a new year to create a new habit or establish a new habit or create something new in our lives. So whenever throughout the year I'm having this inner urge of getting engaged into some new activity, new learning, anything that it might be, then the moment, and I know that the moment I commit and I take the firm decision, I get the accountability, which is also a huge component, it will work with or without New Year. But if you like that context of New Year and it gives an additional kick, then just remember that having the commitment is very important. And commitment means to make this happen no matter what circumstances are, you just stick to your goal. But there are some additional tricks to that, because New Year resolution is nothing else than trying to establish some new habit, be it exercise, be it learning a new skill, be it extending maybe a social circle, which also requires some activities or proactive activities to be done, or anything else, right? Maybe working on yourself, self-mastery, your self-development. It could be so many things. One mistake I regularly see people are making is that they want to go from 0 to 100 in one go. And that obviously requires a huge activation energy. What is activation energy? Thinking about exercise, which is a very common idea that people come up with. And let's say someone who is living a very sedentary lifestyle wants to achieve to surely have the 10,000 steps in the pocket every single day. But if you usually don't go for a walk and you just sit at your desk or maybe go to the office, then you will be around just a small 2, 3, maybe 4,000 steps. So it really requires some additional attention to get to the 10. And if you go all in on 1st January with 10K, then you might be excited and happy about it on day 1 and 2 and 3, and then you will start dropping the ball and finding excuses because it requires such a big additional energy to even start for going for that walk, which will get in that additional 6,000-7,000 steps. So how about setting that goal as a target and defining a journey towards that target and increasing the activation energy gradually? So rather than going all in and having this pressure of I need 7,000 additional steps every single day, you just commit to 500 more than usual. And you do it for a week. And then you commit to 500 more on top of that after a week. Will that feel easy to do? Probably yes. So much easier than pushing yourself to the 7K every single day. So this gradual increase and starting small is incredibly important. Another misconception that I often see is that most people believe, and this is out in the society, that any new habit can be established in just 21 days. And that's not true. And there are different scenarios for that. First of all, there has been a study conducted in the University of London College in 2009, where they have been asking hundreds of students to establish some new lifestyle-related habits, be it eating, exercise-related, or something else. And they were reporting back every single day to see the progress. And the outcome of that study was that it takes an average of 66 days, more than 2 months' time, with daily, regular, disciplined action to establish a new habit. The daily action is important because it's really not about the time. It's about the repetition. Because the more you repeat a new activity, a new habit, the more you deepen that new synaptic connection in your brain, which will enable you to have that implemented in your computer as a second nature activity, if you like. So it's about the repetition and not necessarily about the time, but think about it that way. If you do that certain activity daily once, then you can expect that to take you something around 2 months' time until you really established it. And what it really means is that it will be easier to do it than not to do it. Okay, so that's also very important. What also helps if you find an accountability body, be it your spouse, your children, be it your friend or colleague, doesn't really matter, but just make sure you tell people about your intention. And if you have a way to do it, then make it fun and make it playful. Like you want to move more, include the family and do some activity all together. And that's something that to look forward to and have some meaningful, joyful time together while making some additional, getting some additional activity in for all of you. Or agree with a friend to go to that class in the gym, and it will be more fun. It will be an additional commitment. Maybe you would never go on your own, but because you committed to your friend, you will get it done. So there are a lot of small tricks and tips to make this habit establishment work. And if you would like to get a more structured way of defining how to really make that new habit establishment work for you, I have a very nice consolidated worksheet, a Levity worksheet about establishing habits. If you would like to get a copy, just comment habits or New Year resolution. Comment New Year resolution or send me a DM with New Year resolution and I will send it your way. So I hope you found today's session helpful. I will keep coming back next week. I'm not telling you about the topics yet, but it will be similarly going in flow like it started this week, every day, 10, 15, 20 minutes, somewhere around that, a digestible short topic that I will offer some practical tips and tricks around to help you live a happier and healthier life in 2024, because this is your birthright. Have a lovely weekend. See you next week.